Nicolas Cage, born Nicholas Kim Coppola on January 7, 1964, in Long Beach, California, grew up in a household marked by intellect and emotional fractures. His father, a literature professor, instilled discipline, while his mother, a dancer, struggled with mental health challenges. Their eventual divorce left young Nicholas navigating between emotional chaos and intellectual rigor. The silence and tension of his childhood shaped him deeply, teaching him to hide fear behind calm, a skill that later fueled his magnetic on-screen presence. Searching for identity. At Beverly Hills High School, Cage faced ridicule for his famous family name. Peers dismissed his potential as inherited privilege, prompting him to adopt the alias Roy Richards. Inspired by avant-garde composer John Cage and Marvel's Luke Cage, he reclaimed control over his identity. Acting became a sanctuary, a way to transform pain into power. By 15, he discovered that channeling vulnerability could captivate audiences, turning isolation and fear into the foundation of a future marked by intensity and resilience. Early Hollywood struggles. Cage's initial foray into Hollywood was fraught with setbacks. Minor roles in films like The Best of Times and Fast Times at Ridgemont High were largely unnoticed, testing his resolve. Determined to earn recognition on merit, he worked relentlessly, studying and auditioning for every opportunity. A pivotal moment arrived with a role in Rumblefish, offered by his uncle Francis Ford Coppola, which Cage insisted on earning independently. His decision to officially become Nicolas Cage marked a declaration of independence and commitment to forging his own path. Crafting emotional authenticity. Cage's dedication to authenticity defined his early performances. For Birdie, he endured dental pain without anesthesia, while Racing with the Moon demanded isolation and self-denial to convey loneliness. Every role became a vessel for his own emotional truth, turning vulnerability into strength. The quiet suffering of his youth informed his portrayals of fractured, intense characters, making his performances deeply compelling. This raw honesty distinguished Cage from peers, allowing him to captivate audiences with roles that mirrored both his pain and resilience. Love and personal renewal. Amid Hollywood chaos, Cage found peace with Alice Kim, a waitress whose grounded presence offered stability. Their marriage and the birth of their son, Cal, provided a refuge from fame and excess. Later, meeting artist Rico Shibata brought further renewal, culminating in a 2021 wedding honoring his late father and the birth of their daughter, August Francesca. These relationships reflect a shift from public spectacle to private contentment, highlighting Cage's journey toward healing. Quiet joy and grounded family life. Redemption and balance. Cage rebuilt his life financially, repaying debts and avoiding bankruptcy, embracing modest living in Malibu. His current stability emphasizes wisdom over wealth, while philanthropy reveals a man committed to giving without attention. Recent performances in films like Pig and Dream Scenario reflect introspection and quiet strength. Daily routines of meditation, coffee, jazz, and ocean walks define his present life, showing that true peace arises not from fame or fortune, but from endurance, self-discovery, and the pursuit of meaningful, balanced living. Conclusion. Nicolas Cage's journey illustrates a profound evolution from childhood struggle to Hollywood stardom, and ultimately, to quiet redemption. His life reminds us that vulnerability can become strength, that personal reinvention is possible, and that true contentment comes from love, family, and purpose rather than accolades. Rising from emotional scars and financial turmoil, Cage embodies resilience, teaching that enduring pain and seeking meaning beyond fame is the ultimate triumph.